previous podcast, I talked about how I stepped into writing and the kind of happiness, positivity I felt when I started looking into the other side of the road, and which gave me a new direction. I also promised that I will talk a little more about my blogging journey, my writing journey. Today's podcast is a continuation of the previous one. Hi, I'm Alpana Dev, and you are listening to Mother's Gurukul podcast. Today's podcast is about my journey as a blogger at Mother's Gurukul to a published author. As I explored it more, I wanted to dig even deeper. I was learning every day something new. I wanted to start my own platform where I could share my writing with the rest of the world. Share it with the rest of the world wasn't very easy as it sounds in writing at that point. With very limited IT knowledge and a dream to connect with like-minded people, I stepped into blogging and started my website Mother's Gurukul. And that's when my journey as a blogger started. Let me tell you something. I had a silly, you can call it silly, that's fine. So I had a silly desire. And the desire was, when someone search for my name, there has to be something that should I feel proud about. Me and my work should come in the Google search. It sounds childish, right? Since I was enjoying it and wanted to learn more, all the knowledge that I was absorbing through YouTube, Google, started to look interesting to me. When I never understood coding before, then maintaining a website was totally out of question. But there was something that kept me going. Maybe a desire to come in a Google search? Just joking. An amateur blogger in me was looking for new platforms. During this search, I filled the form of Times of India as an NRI contributor and submitted few of my writing pieces as per the requirement. After a long waiting period, one morning, there was an email from Times of India. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was a big milestone for a budding writer to get accepted from India's prestigious newsletter. Finally, I submitted my first article for Times of India, and my dream of coming in Google search started to take its shape. Blogging world is so vast and not so easy as it looks to many. Maintaining those numbers and creating a good, meaningful and interesting content is not a piece of a cake. If you want your cake to taste scrumptious, then you have to use quality ingredients and bake it properly. Same way, you have to write good if you want your readers' attention. Frankly speaking, I never knew what those numbers or terms like SEO, DA, Moz rank stands for, or why people find it challenging, or why successful bloggers or writers emphasize so much on content until I started taking it seriously. Today, when I'm understanding all this, I look for new challenges that force me to step out of my comfort zone and write something new each time. With this thought, I tried to step into a new genre and wrote my first book, A Girl in the New Town. If coming in Google search was my first dream, then writing a book was my second dream after I stepped into writing. I believe in the saying, your only limitation is the one you set up in your own mind. I feel if I kept on thinking about my visa restriction, then I never would have able to see the brighter side of not able to work. I know it doesn't sound very interesting or promising, but that's what I feel. I wouldn't have started a blog, unfolded many new areas of blogging, IT tools, haven't made so many new connections, and above all, writing a book and becoming a published author would have remained a dream for God knows how many years. So this was my short and sweet journey from a blogger to a published author. With this podcast, I conclude the part 1 and part 2 with a positive message that whatever your passion is, never ever feel disheartened, never ever get demotivated if things don't work out the way you want them to be. Always stay positive, because that's what is going to help you till the end. So I hope I definitely gave you some inspiration, some thoughts that you can think about and shape up your future on your own terms. So I will see you soon with another inspiring, interesting episode on Mother's Gurukul podcast. Till then, stay blessed. Have a great day. Bye-bye.